impossible, see the invisible. Row, fight the power, touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Row, fight the power, power to the kings, power to the dream, power to the team. But they wait, oh crud. Give me a second, hold on, gotta get it up, gotta get it back up. Oh, okay, sorry guys, a little bit of a rushed up, but I'm in the middle of reacting to, come on, work. Come on, hurry up. There we go. Come on. Hurry the fung up. Come on, hurry the fung up. Whew. Okay. 10. Okay. Sorry guys, no time for my intro. We're gonna be reacting to untouchable, Simon the Digger versus Kyle Rayner the White Lantern. Let's fucking go, you guys! Let's fucking go! Woo! Fight! Oh, this is gonna be good, you guys.
Simon the Digger,
Kyle Rayner the White Lantern.
two men born of Earth with the willpower to pierce the heavens and conquer infinity.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah!
Hope you guys can hear me, by the way.
Deep underground, Jiha village lived in dreary isolation, oblivious to the wider world above their squalid cave.
That's where the hero of our story comes in. The
Hey,
young man who
hey.
would lead his comrades into the sunlight at last. Kamina, the great and mighty. Oh, and his little brother from another mother, Simon. He was there too, I guess.
Simon was
Yeah.
a digger, content to drill endlessly through the dirt, until the day
a
he
manga kinda in
found
another
the
universe?
core drill.
I
The
didn't know
key
that.
activated the mysterious buried mech that Kamina named Lagann. Under his magnificently masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom, seeing the sun after a life in the dark.
But the
Hell
sky
yeah.
was by no means the limit. The surface was ruled by the cruel chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim the Earth for humanity.
I missed.
Scoring a second mech in the process, aptly named Gurren.
And as befits Kamina and Simon's unbreakable brotherly bond,
Romance
Gurren and
for
Lagann
life.
merged, creating Gurren Lagann.
With Kamina piloting the body and Simon the head, these two were unstoppable.
They
Of
were
all
so
the giant fighting
badass.
robots in all the animes across history, Gurren Lagann might just be the absolute coolest. Fueled by its pilot's
definitely.
willpower and capable of making any weapon they can imagine.
Including missiles, a jetpack,
Oh, yeah.
a sunglasses boomerang, and of course,
Drills!
Drills?
Front-mounted
Missiles are just like
kunai
drills.
drills, shield drills, kamehameha drills, and everyone's favorite, the
Giga
Giga Drill
Breaker!
Side note, it is so funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's like if I made booze or something, my whole personality.
with Gurren Lagann's awesome power, Kamina laid waste to enemy forces, liberated human villages, and fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Genome.
Until Kamina died. Oh, wait, shit, was that supposed to happen?
No.
And it was all Simon's fault.
Tech.
He let his willpower waver, and his soul brother paid the price. After all, he was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit.
So his big bro left him with these final words. Have faith in the Simon who believes in you. Damn.
Kamina was the one looking up to him the whole time.
Yeah.
It was Simon who found Lagann, Simon who pierced the surface, and Simon who would now lead humanity to victory.
Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side, who helped pull him out of his rut and kick Lord Genome's ass.
Hell
But
yeah!
Victory only lasted 7 years before the anti-spiral attacked.
Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens, the anti-spiral feared humanity's potential, what they dubbed the spiral nemesis.
Remember how Gurren Lagann runs on fighting spirit? Turns
Yeah.
out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans, have. That's right, the laws of physics run on chutzpah.
Just as the spiral turned inward
Awesomeness.
represents endless obsession and madness, the spiral turned outward spins forever into infinity, the perfect representation of humanity's evolutionary potential.
Our full
Potential
potential.
Simon would use as he led Team Dai Gurren across the multiverse to take the fight to the anti-spiral. And this is when Gurren Lagann gets crazy.
Channeling spiral power lets you
crazier.
constantly adapt to threats, no matter how overwhelming. Simone can create portals to different realities and higher dimensions. He can generate force fields, absorb energy attacks, and even merge Gurren Lagann with bigger and stronger machines.
Creating the Arc Gurren Lagann, which is strong enough to shatter space and time.
Oh my god,
with a
I've missed
punch.
this show.
Or the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann,
Top
which
5
can fire
anime of
lasers
all
that are fast
time.
enough to hit, and I quote, all time, space, and dimensions, all within a Planck instant.
That's
Wait,
the
what's-
smallest unit of time physically possible.
Meaning each laser would have to be moving 4.6 times 10 to the 117th power times faster than light.
Holy!
Oh, well, looks like this wins the award for fastest calculated speed feat in our show's history. Congratulations, Gurren Lagann.
Move over, SpongeBob. You've been dethroned. Oh, and the guidebook says they hit an innumerable number of enemies across infinite universes. You literally cannot calculate how fast that is.
But it wasn't
This
enough
is-
to escape the anti-spiral's greatest trap, the multiverse labyrinth. An attack that imprisons Simon in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite number of alternate realities that controlled his mind, permanently arresting him in a dream world.
Except Simone and his spiral power are just built different. And after being inspired by his bro, Simone absorbed that whole multiverse to escape.
What makes this even more impressive is that
Oh,
this
yeah.
labyrinth was 11-dimensional, meaning Simone absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself.
That's
The
just
jump
a
between
complete
dimensions is
bullshit.
basically infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that extends infinitely, thus an infinite gap in size and scope.
What?
Oh, we're just getting started.
Oh.
Imagine a two-dimensional drawing interacting with a three-dimensional person.
Okay. That's
Okay.
not too far off from what actually happened.
Because when Simon absorbed the
What?
multiverse labyrinth, he merged with every alternate universe version of himself,
What?
including an alternate universe Simon, who is writing his own alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann.
What?
And that author's spiral power made his fictional Simon real, adding another to the mix.
Wait,
What?
if every human being has spiral power, you're telling me we can all do this shit?
This all gave our Simone enough spiral power to form the next step in mecha evolution, Tengen Toppa Gurren
Gurren
Lagann.
Lagann!
This is when Gurren Lagann gets actually fucking crazy. Like shooting missiles that alter probabilities so they have a 100% chance of hitting you, or tossing galaxies around like frisbees. Sorry, did I
Holy
say
shit,
galaxies?
I knew it was
meant
awesome, I-
universes.
Simon's power was so immense that he started generating super spiral space, a higher dimension encompassing our own universe.
With it, Simone turns his thoughts into reality, letting him create his mech and all of its weapons in the first place.
Not only does this mean he no longer needs co-pilots, he can also regenerate any damage done to him or his mech just by willing it back into existence.
Oh,
Like when
Lord!
Lord Genome used spiral power to survive quantum breakdown. Or the time Nia, now the best wife in the universe,
Yeah.
used spiral power to constantly regenerate her body from being erased at the informational level for 7 days straight.
Information in physics is essentially the ones and zeros that make up every possible outcome in reality. Nia literally regenerated from the statistical certainty of her own destruction.
If I have spiral power, Wiz, where the fuck is my leg growing back?
When even this was not enough for the
Say
anti-spiral,
what now?
Simone evolved one more time.
Into Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann!
This mech is so big, its size is literally incalculable. And with a drill somehow even larger than that, Simone and his friends shattered the anti-spiral once and for all.
Hey, cruel indifference of the universe! Meet the indomitable human spirit!
Proving Kamina's
Dear
words
Lord,
prophetic,
this is
that
even
Simone's
more
drill
bad
is
than
the
I
drill
thought.
that would pierce the heavens.
With no more worlds left to conquer, Simone chose to wander the earth for the rest of his days, in service to others.
Always looking up. For all the lights in the sky are stars. And every star,
Star?
another world of spiral cousins that can live free.
All thanks to a humble digger.
Pierce the heavens with your drills, Simon.
The universe is a dangerous place.
Oh,
Should you
yeah.
find yourself
Oh,
face to
I
face
don't know-
with an
I don't know, guys.
interdimensional
I think
vampire,
Kyle Rayner might be
alien
cooked.
dictators, or this one really pissed off cat,
Oh.
you know who to call.
The
Green Lanterns,
Corps.
baby.
They're the Space Fuzz, an intergalactic police force founded billions of years ago by Blue
Kyle's gonna be in for the
Leprechaun
fight of his
gods.
life.
And the greatest Green Lantern among them was everyone's favorite, Hal Jordan.
You know him. You
love
love
him.
You might hate him.
Yeah,
But you gotta
still
respect
salty.
the man with a will as unbreakable as Hal's.
Until the day his will broke.
After his hometown got completely obliterated, Hal lost his mind. He rampaged through the core, killing everyone in his path, and absorbed the central power battery, the
I have
literal
seen Crash
Green
Outs, but that-
Lantern.
Becoming the Emerald
That scares
Tyrant,
me.
Parallax.
There was only one survivor of Parallax's killing spree, Ganthet. And with what remained of his strength, he gave the last Green Lantern ring in the universe to a human, Kyle Rayner.
So, was Kyle picked for his indomitable willpower like Hal was?
He was just there.
Nah.
He had no idea what was going on. Must feel good being given the most dangerous magical weapon in existence to figure out on your own. Hey, if Colonel Sanders, Daffy Duck, Space Sweet, and a sentient fox can master it, what's your
Wait,
excuse,
Daffy
Kyle?
Duck?
The Green Lantern ring can do anything, fulfilling any wish its user desires as though it were a genie from a lamp.
It lets
Oh.
you fire energy blasts, create force fields, affect
Oh, so it's
gravity,
imagination.
turn invisible and intangible,
Oh, damn.
manipulate
Kinda
matter,
like my
time
Infinity
travel,
Ring.
warp reality, and erase things from
Probably more
existence.
effective.
Think we're exaggerating? Well, consider the time Kyle stretched the very fabric of space to increase the Planck length a billion times over. That's
What?
like stretching an inch into a light year.
Lanterns control time and space, letting them fly so fast they can create a Speed Force singularity.
Tapping into the Speed Force requires entering a higher dimension of space.
Say what
requiring
now?
speeds that are not only faster than light, but totally immeasurable.
Can
And the
Superman
rings
go
have an
into a Speed
artificial
Force?
intelligence that operates just as fast, automatically protecting its user from danger.
Like the time that Boozer Kilowog survived being erased from existence by the Crisis on Infinite Earth.
The ring is fueled by its user's
I
willpower
remember
and
that.
limited only by their imagination.
While Hal may have had the greatest willpower in the Corps, Kyle's imagination is unmatched. Probably because he's a comic book artist.
Oh.
We know from this show, they think of some wild shit.
But the
yeah.
Green Lantern's most recognizable ability is their constructs, Kyle's speciality.
Samurai armor, pirate ships, giant dragons, actual working home computers, and his favorite, super fighting robots.
Oh, he's an
Hey,
anime
that one looks
fan.
familiar.
Kyle can make them strong enough
He's
to lift
actually
the
a fan of
Spectre, who
Gurren
weighs as much
Lagann.
as eternity.
Or hold back a 12.3 dimensional Big Bang.
How do these guys lose to Superman?
0.3? DC's multiverse has 12.3 dimensions? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The ring's
Oh.
only
Oh, no.
downside is that it's
Oh,
limited
no.
to
I think
24
Simon's
hours
fucked.
before needing a recharge.
So it can blow up universes, but it has the battery of an iPhone. Never mind, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Although I'd say Kyle's biggest weakness was Kyle. With great power came no responsibility.
Perhaps a manifestation of Kyle's self-doubt. Any reflection came too late, though, when one of Kyle's villains brutally murdered his girlfriend, Alex, and put her body in a fridge.
What?
Kyle wasn't the only one traumatized. This moment was so infamous, it started the trope called fridging.
For how female
Say
characters
what?
are often sacrificed as mere plot devices to further a male character's development.
So it might surprise you that it happened to Kyle again.
Kyle finally got serious. He became a prominent member of the Justice League, faced off against Hal, and even rebuilt the Green Lantern Corps better than ever.
But little did he
Like
know,
Luke
this
Skywalker.
torchbearer's greatest journey had only just begun.
In order to save Ganthet from an emotional lobotomy, it's a long story, he had to master all the colors of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum.
There are 7 colors, each representing a different emotion. The yellow light of fear lets Kyle manipulate the worst horrors in your mind. The more scared you are of him, the stronger he becomes.
Orange light is fueled by bottomless avarice, possessing Kyle to absorb not merely his enemies' attacks, but also their souls.
Red
Say
is
what?
rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm, which sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Blue light is powered by hope and allows Kyle to heal wounds, resist mental domination, and supercharge his ring.
Indigo is compassion, reducing his opponent's will to fight and letting him open portals across space,
Whoa.
connecting him to others.
The final one was the sapphire light of love. With it, he can trap enemies within crystal matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by forgiving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh, self-love. I get it. Must be nice. And with their powers combined, he doesn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged, and Kyle became a White Lantern. with total control over the power of life.
Wiz, I cannot think of an attack more useless in a death battle than something that makes you live.
Empowered by the physical embodiment of all life in the DC multiverse,
See what?
Kyle is vastly more powerful than any other lantern in existence.
Far stronger than Hal, who could harness the energy of every power battery across the multiverse.
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify corruption, and resurrect the dead, the white light of life is strong enough to go up against threats to all of creation.
What?
Like the Anti-Monitor.
Okay,
Say
so it's
what
not
now?
totally useless.
Especially after Kyle visited the Source and acquired the life equation. Essentially the source code to reality, the life equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
So
With it,
life is
Kyle
awesome.
can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening the new gods like Darkseid.
The life equation, like its counterpart, the anti-life equation, is a conceptual artifact from a higher reality, originating in a platonic realm that is, in a sense, more real than we are.
So it's not a shock that the equation made Kyle too powerful.
He struggled to control it, and it subconsciously manifested a being composed of his fears and anxieties.
Oh, wow.
Oblivion. Kyle's greatest weakness was still himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him, and throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns.
Oh, wow.
And together, they shattered Oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
Not bad for a comic book geek from LA.
And now he was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the way.
But with the power of life at their command, there's no end to their journey, only endless beginnings.
Wow. That's actually really
Hey, remember
beautiful.
Beerus versus Sailor Galaxia?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's because it was taken off YouTube for being too anime.
Say
But
what?
We've got a solution. It's our own website. That's www.deathbattle.gg.
You have a website now?
It's like our own private Patreon, with a store for Death Battle merch and a complete Death Battle video archive. It's got
Oh,
episodes that YouTube
sweet.
has banned, blocked, and censored, and there's even more goodies on the way. So check out deathbattle.gg live
sweet.
right now.
About time you got your own website.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the
I
gamut
have
through
made
all
peace with-
possibilities.
I have made
It's
peace with
time
myself.
for a death
No matter what happens, I will be satisfied as long as it is incredibly badass. Oh shit.
All right, I'm not rusty at all.
Way to go, Simon. Oh.
Hey, dude. Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here. Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is. I'm thinking it's the giant mech. Why don't you hand it over?
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
Oh shit. Wait, aren't they fans? Shouldn't Kyle be like fanboying about this? Oh, this is gonna be a battle of
I'm
wills.
told I'm bad with authority.
Tell me about it.
Four?
Four. Ooh! Oh, this is. Hey, give that back!
That's nothing! My drill will pierce the heavens!
It's true. Oh wow, they're going on right from the start.
Take it to a Gurren Lagann!
Oh shit! Is this them starting small? I guess not. Looks like this is them. This is them starting small.
Lantern.
We do the impossible.
See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
If you ain't know,
Fight the power!
Now you know!
Fight the power! Come on, Simon! Kick his ass!
I'm Simone the Digger! If there's a wall in my way, I'll
Pierce
smash it
it!
down!
Huh? What the? Is that the life equation? Oh shit! Oh shit! I don't think Simon's gonna make it.
Think about your fear of death, your love of your friends, your compassion for me, your hope for the future. Choose life.
Have faith in the Simone
That believes in
you.
Oh shit! I think Simon's got
Super Tekken Topa Gurren Lagann! My drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens! Giga Drill Free!
Oh lord, this is awesome! Come on, Simon! Give us a show that no one ever forgets! Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit! Stop! I think they broke reality. Oh yeah, they definitely broke reality.
The super weapon wasn't your mech. It was me. Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day.
In blackest night.
No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern fly!
I don't care who wins. I'm already satisfied. Oh lord.
Let's see you grit those teeth!
I think Kyle.
You'd make a good lantern.
Simone of Earth, you have been chosen.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
He won! Holy shit, he won!
The guy with the snazzy sunglasses!
When both combatants possess unlimited power, it's hard to judge them by our normal standards.
Holy shit, he won!
Simone can hit an infinite number of targets all at once, and Kyle can fly fast enough to surpass the normal concept of speed itself.
When you control space and time, things like strength and speed kind of become irrelevant.
Instead, let's analyze them through a lens more applicable to beings as absurd as Simone and Kyle. Their imagination, their willpower, and their ultimate potential.
First up, imagination. The boundless things they can conjure to use against the other. Both could think up just about anything the other could, like absorbing each other's attacks, fighting across time, anything.
Simone did have a few attacks that Kyle hasn't encountered, like the probability-altering missiles, but it's likely Kyle could adapt considering his ring could protect against existence being erased across the multiverse.
And in general, Kyle's constructs were a lot more creative than Simone's arsenal, which was mostly drills. Though again, nothing Simone couldn't adapt to with, say, his energy absorption. Imagination is a draw.
That leaves the other main factor for both characters, the origin of their unbelievable might, their willpower.
And that's really gonna be the winning factor here, since it's the source of everything for both of them. Whoever's got the stronger willpower wins.
Both can manipulate reality on a multiversal scale with their willpower, but we can use dimensions to roughly calculate a difference. This might sound absurd for most characters, but it's necessary for beings as beyond the pale as Simone and Kyle.
The multiverse labyrinth that Simone absorbed contained 11 spatial dimensions. That's 1.3 dimensions less than the multiverse Kyle's power can threaten.
And remember, each numbered dimension infinitely surpasses the one below it.
Which meant Kyle's willpower was stronger at a base level. However, that doesn't necessarily mean Kyle gets the edge, because if there's one thing both of these guys are known for, it's that they can always get stronger.
So to determine the limits of their willpower, we first need to understand their full potential.
Simone's whole deal with spiral power is how he can constantly evolve to get stronger. So just because Simone starts off weaker doesn't mean he'll stay that way.
Absorbing the multiverse labyrinth requires Simone to leapfrog several orders of infinity in an instant. Simone made himself that much stronger through sheer force of will.
More than enough to close the gap with Kyle.
Dear Lord,
especially
Simone
since
is
spiral
awesome.
power also lets him regenerate his body down to an informational level. Kyle's never destroyed something that thoroughly before.
Without the ability to easily kill Simone, it was only a matter of time before Kyle's ring ran low on charge. Especially since Simone could likely regenerate for at least a week straight, like Mia did. While Blue Lantern Light could boost Kyle's power, he's never jumped several orders of infinity in even strength like Simone has.
And while Kyle could manipulate emotions to reduce Simone's willpower, Simone resisting the labyrinth's mental manipulation meant he could power through anything Kyle threw at him.
Everything,
That's
that is,
true.
except for the life equation. It originated from a higher level of reality and would have more than even the odds.
Too bad Kyle couldn't control it. It was just as much a detriment to him as an asset, forcing him to relinquish it to keep from destroying reality and himself.
Compare that to Simone, who merged with a version of himself writing a version of Gurren Lagann, and using spiral power to make that fiction into reality.
A pretty similar level of reality to the life equation, and
Basically,
a level of
Gurren
power
Lagann's
Simone had
bullshit
no
the
trouble
anime.
embracing and mastering by the end of his story. No matter how you look at it, Simone might start weaker, but his peak will always transcend Kyle's. Isn't that how all of Simone's battles usually go anyway? That's Gurren Lagann in a nutshell.
So Simone's incredible potential eclipsed Kyle, which means his willpower was ultimately greater. Kyle may have embodied life itself, but Simone's unstoppable evolutionary potential would shatter even this lantern's light.
I hope Kyle at least dug the fight, because when it comes to death battle losers, he was a dead ringer.
The winner is Simone the Digger.
I'm so proud of
Next
our
time
boy.
on Death Battle.
Please be something good. Wait, is that? No way. No way, the fan chose one?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Damn. I'm putting everything I got on the Coyote. I'm putting everything I got on the Coyote. He deserves the W. Okay. So, oh my God, oh my Lord, oh sweet mercy, that was beautiful, you guys. Oh, that was fucking beautiful. Mwah! I don't care. I was fully prepared for Simone to lose. I didn't even care at that point. Wait, I just wanted to see an awesome fight. Oh Lord, I gotta go post this reaction video, guys. I'm posting it right now. Until then, come back tomorrow for Memorial Day. Me, Nappa, and Ed are gonna have something special for you guys. You got it? Okay, let's get, see you guys tomorrow. Row, fight the power.